Have you ever felt a place watching you? Not in a creepy way, but with a deep, ancient intelligence that makes the hairs on your arms stand up. I've traveled all over the world, seen stunning landscapes and ancient ruins, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for the feeling I got in the Goblin Valley. It's tucked away in a remote corner of Utah, a place you'd easily miss if you weren't looking for it. The name itself sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, right? Goblin Valley? But when you stand at the edge and look down into the basin, you realize no name could ever truly capture its strangeness. It's not a valley in the traditional sense. It's more like a sprawling, otherworldly maze filled with thousands of bizarre rock formations. They're called hoodoos, but that's such a clinical term for what they are. To me, they look like petrified creatures, an army of silent, watching stone goblins. The moment I stepped down into the valley, the world outside disappeared. The wind, which had been howling just moments before, softened to a whisper that seemed to weave between the formations, carrying secrets from millions of years ago. The silence was profound, broken only by the crunch of my own boots on the reddish-brown earth. Everywhere I looked, there was a new shape to decipher. Some looked like giant mushrooms, others like hunched-over old men with stony cloaks. There were families of them huddled together, lone sentinels standing guard, and entire crowds that seemed frozen mid-conversation. My imagination went into overdrive. I wasn't just walking through a geological wonder. I was walking through a silent, sleeping city. I couldn't shake the feeling that if I just turned my back for a second, they might move. The rocks themselves tell a story of a time when this desert was a vast, shallow sea. The softer layers of rock eroded away over millennia, leaving these harder, more resistant goblin caps on top. It's science, I know. But when you're there, surrounded by these silent figures under a vast blue sky, science feels like a footnote to a much grander, more mystical story. The scale is hard to comprehend. Some of these formations are just a few feet tall, perfect for kids to scramble around, while others tower over you, casting long, eerie shadows that dance and stretch as the sun moves across the sky. I spent hours just wandering, getting lost on purpose. There are no set trails in the main valley. You're encouraged to explore, to create your own path, and that's part of the magic. Every turn reveals a new vista, a new group of stone creatures. It's a photographer's dream, but honestly, photos don't do it justice. They can't capture the sheer atmosphere of the place. They can't replicate that feeling of being a tiny, temporary visitor in a land that has existed for eons and will exist for eons after you're gone. One of the most mysterious parts for me was finding a small, hidden alcove. It was almost a perfect circle of these goblin figures facing inward, like a council meeting that had been abruptly turned to stone. In the center was a single, flat rock, almost like an altar. I sat there for a long time, just listening. The quiet was so complete it was almost a sound in itself. In that moment, it felt less like a state park and more like a sacred, forgotten temple. I wasn't scared. I was just filled with this incredible sense of awe and wonder. It has a humility you only find when you face to face with the immense power and artistry of nature. As the sun began to set, the real magic began. The valley transformed. The red and brown rocks ignited into fiery shades of orange, pink, and deep purple. The shadows grew long and distorted, making the goblins seem even more alive, as if they were slowly waking up for the night. The temperature dropped and the whispering wind picked up again. It felt like the valley was breathing, sighing as the day came to an end. Standing there, watching this daily spectacle, I felt completely disconnected from the modern world. No emails, no deadlines, no noise. Just me, the rocks, and the setting sun, and the stars. Oh, the stars. Goblin Valley is a designated international dark sky park, and for good reason. Once the last sliver of sun disappeared, the sky exploded. I've never seen so many stars in my life. The Milky Way wasn't just a faint band. It was a brilliant, shimmering river of light splashed across the darkness. The stone goblins were now black silhouettes against this cosmic backdrop, their mysterious shapes outlined by starlight. It was like standing on another planet. It was both humbling and exhilarating. You feel your own smallness, but in a good way. You feel connected to everything, to the universe itself. That night, looking up at the cosmos from a valley of stone creatures, I understood why ancient people worshipped the stars and saw spirits in the rocks. In a place like Goblin Valley, it's not hard to believe in magic. It's a place that sparks your imagination and quiets your soul all at once. It doesn't give you answers. It just leaves you with this profound sense of mystery. Who were these stone figures? What secrets do they keep? It's been a while since that trip, but the feeling has never left me. I can still close my eyes and feel the silent presence of the goblins, hear the whisper of the wind, and see that unbelievable canopy of stars. It's a place that gets under your skin and stays with you. It's not just the most mysterious place I've ever seen, it's one of the most beautiful and deeply moving. If you ever get the chance, go. Don't just drive through. Get out of your car, walk down into the valley, and let yourself get lost for a while. Let the silence sink in. Stay for the sunset, and if you can, stay for the stars. It's an experience that will change your perspective on the world. It's a reminder that there are still places on this earth that are truly wild, truly strange, and filled with an ancient, powerful magic. Goblin Valley isn't just a destination. It's a journey to another world. Thanks for coming along with me on this memory. If you've ever been to a place that left you with a similar feeling of awe and mystery, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. Until next time, keep exploring.